An enhanced risk is in effect this morning, and millions of people need to be ready right now. Good morning. Doppler Online. Saturday, April 18th, 2026. SPC Severe Weather Briefing. Today is our primary threat day with an elevated risk footprint already underway this morning and roughly 3.6 million people in the path of severe storms. If you live anywhere from the Great Lakes to the Mid-Atlantic, you need this briefing. The driving force behind today's threat is a potent low-pressure system dragging a vigorous cold front through the Ohio Valley and into the Northeast. Strong wind shear and sufficient instability ahead of this boundary are creating an environment capable of producing organized severe thunderstorms. The storm mode favors fast-moving line segments and embedded supercells, which means damaging winds are the headline threat, but isolated tornadoes and hail are also on the table. Let me walk you through the maps. On your screen now is the Day 1 morning categorical risk map covering the period through 12Z. You can see the enhanced risk shading centered over portions of the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes region, indicating that the most significant severe weather window is happening right now through this morning. This is the period we are most concerned about. Switching to the Day 1 morning tornado probability map on your screen now, probabilities reach up to 2% across portions of this corridor. That 2% contour tells us isolated tornadoes are possible, most likely brief spin-ups embedded within the leading edge of the squall line. These can develop with very little warning, sometimes just minutes. If you are in this zone and you hear a tornado warning on your phone, move immediately to the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows, and get into an interior room or closet. Do not wait to see the tornado. Act on the warning. Now looking at the Day 1 morning damaging wind probability map on your screen, wind probabilities climb to 15%, and that is the dominant hazard today. 15% is significant. We are talking about thunderstorm wind gusts potentially reaching 60 miles per hour or higher along the leading edge of this line. At those speeds, you are looking at downed trees, snapped power lines, damaged roofing, and flying debris. Large branches and unsecured outdoor furniture become projectiles. If you have anything loose in your yard, patio furniture, trash cans, decorations, bring them inside now, not later. On the Day 1 morning large hail probability map, now showing on your screen, probabilities reach up to 5%. That means isolated large hail is possible with any embedded supercell that develops ahead of or within the main line. We could see hail up to around 1 inch in diameter in the strongest cells. That is enough to crack windshields and dent vehicle panels. If you have access to a garage or covered parking, get your vehicles under cover before the storms arrive. Now here is what is important about today's timeline. The enhanced risk applies through this morning. After 12Z, the Storm Prediction Center transitions the outlook to a slight risk for this afternoon and evening as the cold front pushes east and instability diminishes. That means the most dangerous window is right now through midday. The threat does not disappear this afternoon, but it does decrease in intensity and coverage. Stay alert through the entire day, but understand that the highest impact window is the next several hours. On the full Day 1 categorical map now on your screen, you can see how the risk footprint extends from the Great Lakes into the Northeast through the remainder of the day, with the slight risk area draped across portions of western New York and western Pennsylvania, and marginal risk extending into parts of Ohio and central Texas. Let me tell you exactly who is in the threat zone, and I am only going to name cities that fall within confirmed risk polygons. Starting at the highest tier, Buffalo, New York, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you are inside the slight risk area today. You have the highest probability of seeing organized severe storms with damaging wind as your primary concern. Farther south and west in the marginal risk zone, Cleveland and Columbus in Ohio are included. Down in central Texas, Austin and San Antonio are also within the marginal risk contour, where isolated strong storms could produce gusty winds or small hail. If you live in or near any of these cities, treat this as your action day. On your screen now is the HRRR model radar forecast, and this shows you where storms are expected to develop and how they move over the next 18 hours. What you can see is a line of storms already progressing through the Ohio Valley this morning, pushing rapidly eastward through the Great Lakes and into western New York and Pennsylvania by late morning and early afternoon. The line maintains its intensity through the morning hours, which is that enhanced risk window. By mid-afternoon, the front clears the major metros in the Northeast, and storms weaken as they encounter less unstable air. For those in the marginal risk zone across central Texas, isolated cells may fire during the afternoon heating hours, but remain more scattered and less organized. The key takeaway is this. If you are in the Great Lakes to Mid-Atlantic corridor, your peak danger is right now through noon. If you are in central Texas, watch the afternoon hours. Overnight severe weather is not the primary concern with this system, but do not turn off your alerts until the front has fully passed your location. No watches are active at this time, but given the enhanced risk designation this morning, do not be surprised if the Storm Prediction Center issues a severe thunderstorm watch in the next few hours for portions of the Ohio Valley and western New York. When that watch drops, it means conditions are favorable for severe storms in your area. Make sure you have multiple ways to receive warnings. Turn on wireless emergency alerts on your phone, tune into your local television station, and if you have a NOAA weather radio, now is the time to make sure it is powered on and programmed to your county. Looking ahead, on the Day 2 categorical map now on your screen, tomorrow, Sunday, April 19th, drops to a general thunder risk. That means garden-variety thunderstorms are possible, but the organized severe threat diminishes significantly as the front moves offshore and the upper-level energy weakens. On the Day 3 categorical map, Monday, April 20th, also carries just a general thunder outlook. So here is your planning horizon. Today is the day that demands your attention and preparation. Tomorrow and Monday, the atmosphere calms down considerably. If you can get through today safely, you are looking at a much quieter pattern heading into next week. That should give you some relief. I am putting the action plan on your screen right now. Step 1. Identify your shelter. Know exactly where you will go if a tornado warning is issued. The lowest floor, interior room, away from windows. Step 2. Charge your devices. Your phone is your lifeline for warnings, so plug it in now and keep it charged through the morning. Step 3. Secure your property. Bring in anything that wind can turn into a projectile and move vehicles under cover for hail protection. Step 4. Build your kit. Flashlight, water, shoes by the bed, medications within reach, all of it ready to grab. If you are in the threat zone today, I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments what steps you are taking right now. Are you moving vehicles into the garage? Have you picked your shelter spot? Are you making sure the family knows the plan? Your preparation could be the comment that motivates someone else to act. Share what you are doing so we can all be ready together. Doppler tracking. Stay weather aware and keep your alerts on. End transmission.